Hey guys, what's up? Diana here from Memories That Stick. Welcome back to my channel. This week we're planning September 13th through the 19th using this gorgeous kit by two Lil Bees called Evermore. This was the perfect summer to autumn kit. It's got the beautiful autumn florals with that blue, which I really think brings out the summertime vibes in it. But I'm going to put music over the bass and I'll be back with the day by day. And on to the day by day. Let me know what you guys think about that music over the bass. If you like over the bass, if you like me talking about nothing over the bass, let me know. So to dress that upper corner where I marked the month, I love how I did that. Not to toot my own horn, but I used the bigger floral on the left is from Alyssa's Craft Shop. Then I used florals and a butterfly from the kit. The little floral piece on the right is from Honey Inked, and then I used a September script from Paper Trail Plants. And yeah, it looks really pretty, and I really enjoyed decorating that little corner. I've gotten really into it over the past few days, or a few weeks rather. And then up top where you see the date covers, I just want to note those little floral divider things on top of the date covers are from Sadie Stickers. So to start off on Monday, I made every single phone call you could possibly imagine. I called 2 doctors, called the mechanic, and just those types of phone calls. And I used a 3-bow checklist from the kit to mark that, along with a phone from my spoiled planner. Then I just used a little quarter scallop box to mark being on the phone with Matt. Then I used a flag from the kit, and then a little icon from Piper Paper Co. to mark that I picked up a prescription. And then I used a third box to mark that I had my first night. I teach the confirmation class at my church. So yes, I'm a religion teacher. I used a white deer stationery church to mark that. And then that night we had the craziest thunderstorms, and I am not a thunderstorm person. I do not like them. I do not have fun. I am not the type that watches them. I was a little girl. I was about 4, and I was out on the boat with my grandfather and his friends, and it's a really long story, but long story short, our boat got struck by lightning. And ever since then, I have been terrified. So that's my spiel on the lightning. On Tuesday, I used a quarter box and a laptop from the kit to mark that I had a meeting, and then I had started a new prescription that day. I suffer from anxiety and depression, so I started a new anxiety medication, and I was unwell. I had a really bad reaction to it, and I just was not feeling good. Then I used a scallop icon to mark that I edited a plan with me. Then I used a what is that? A third box, I guess, a floral third box from the kit to mark that I talked with a friend. And then I think I went out of order here. Yeah, I worked from the bottom up. So I used a flag and then a icon from Paper Co to mark that I placed my Hobonichi order. I place a Hobonichi order every year. I use a A5 cousin as my day-to-day journal, and then I use a 5-year journal and a Hobo Weeks for various different things. So every year I place a Hobonichi order, and it was available on jet pens. A lot of people order from the Hobonichi store. I don't. I wait until they become available on jet pens, which is a US-based shop. So that's the story there. Then I used a cute little grumpy bear icon to mark, Grin and Bear It, I'm sorry, to mark that I ordered my new glasses, which I'm actually wearing right now, so that's very exciting. On Wednesday, I used a flag from the kit and a icon from Fox and Pip to mark that I recorded a voiceover. Then I used a little piece of deco from the kit to mark that I went on a Target run. And then after that, I used a icon from Paper Co. and these little tape-esque decorative pieces that I just am so in love with. I added them behind the icons, and I just love the way they look. But I marked that I washed my hair that way. Then I used a half box to mark that me and Matt went on a run at a park near my house, and I don't run. I haven't ran. I used to run in high school and middle school, but I haven't since then, and I don't know where the motivation came from because I was still not feeling well from the medication, but I made it happen, and I felt pretty good after because we would like run for a little bit, then walk, then run for a little bit, then walk, but I'd be like, okay, I'm going to run to that tree or the next stop sign or whatever it was, and every time I pushed myself to get to the next place I wanted to get to, I felt pretty good about myself. So there's that. Then I used a utensil icon from Rose and Tea Shop to mark that Matt made his famous turkey chili. And then I used an icon from Fox and Pip just to mark that we chit-chatted about just about everything. So it was nice. We just hung out. On Thursday, I used a half box to mark that I went to therapy. And I actually went to therapy in person this day. This is the first time since COVID happened that I was in person, so I thought that was noteworthy. Then I used an icon from Harriet Wright Designs and then a little floral piece from the kit to mark that I recorded a voiceover. After that, I used a third box to mark that me and Matt played tennis. I don't know what was with the activity this week, but it felt good to like do something outside of the gym and just to like get my body moving and to be in the sunshine. I feel like if you're suffering from depression, that's probably the best bet is to do something along those lines. So this night I was feeling a little low after tennis, even though I exercised and, did all of the things in the sunshine. So I just wrapped myself in a weighted blanket and fell asleep early. And honestly, that was the best kind of self-care that I could have gave myself. So I was pretty happy with that. And anyway, I used a scalloped heart bow thing from the kit, a little deco piece, along with a Fox and Pip girl hugging her pillow, which I thought was super cute and appropriate. Friday, I had the busiest day. Let me just turn off those notifications. Okay, so Friday I went and got an oil change. I use an icon from, I think that's a Sadie Stickers like leftover thing from a monthly to get that car icon, but I got an oil change. Wow, I'm really behind. Then I got a a bacon, egg, and cheese, and I used a Letters to Apollo little dish to mark that. And then I think that's Letters to Apollo. Either that or Planting Roses. I'm not sure which one. Then I used an icon from the kit to mark that I had to pick up records for my OBGYN. Then I went to my primary care doctor's office and I used a quarter box for that. Friday, actually, that last weekend was a ton of sales, so I marked that after I finished marking. Then I went out to dinner with my friend and I used a third box and an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that. Then I put down a little piece of popcorn deco from Piper Paper Co. to mark that we watched Up. If you have not watched Up, you need to, because it is the cutest movie ever. It's a little sad in the beginning, but it gets funny. Then I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark all the sticker sales. And I went a little character crazy. I placed a lot of orders with a lot of character shops. And I'm excited about it because I feel like I have ideas. Saturday, I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie, a little PJ icon to mark that I had a lazy morning. Then I used a corner scallop to mark that I was anxious AF. But I still managed to make it to the gym, which I'm pretty excited about, where I was really proud of myself as it was happening. I used a quarter box and an icon from Sadie Stickers to mark that. Then I marked, I gotta catch up a little bit and answer this text message. Perfect timing. Of course, I have popcorn. I'm waiting for my friend Matt to come over because we're gonna watch Harry Potter, the 5th one. And he texted me, "Do you have popcorn?" As if I ever do not have popcorn at my house. Popcorn's my favorite snack, if you didn't know. Anyway, back to my plan with me. I used what do you call it? A grocery basket? No. What's that called? A basket. I don't know. From White Deer Stationery to mark that. And then again, I used a little piece of tape from, like, the decorative tape from the kit. Here I was super struggling trying to get that quarter scalloped box down, but I finally got it, and I just used that to mark that I washed my hair. Oy vey. Then I used an icon from Crafts by Thaowie to mark that I cooked an HelloFresh meal, and Matt came over and had some of that. And then I used a Fox and Pip little girl to mark that I started reading this book called Feeling Good, and it is all about CBT, so cognitive behavioral therapy. And the basis of cognitive behavioral therapy, if you didn't know, is like the idea is that your emotions reflect your thoughts. So if you're feeling down, it's because your thoughts are bad. And CBT works to help you reshape those thoughts into more positive ones, or just not, I think it helps you feel more realistic in your thoughts. That didn't help at all. Anyway, then on Sunday, I used a flag from the kit to mark that I ran to Walgreens because I needed, 100% acetone nail polish remover because I wanted to soak off my powder gel manicure thing. So I marked that with a flag from the kit, which I already said. Then I used a piece of deco and a little nail polish from Piper Paper Co. to mark that I soaked off my nails. And then I used a quarter box from the kit to mark that I filmed the base for next week. Then I used an icon, well, not an icon, but a little piece of deco from the kit. It's a pumpkin, very cute, to mark that I cleaned off my patio. I just needed to reorganize out there and do a little sweeping and just make it look a little bit more presentable. And honestly, I feel so much better now that that's done, because every time I looked outside, I was like, oh, I really need to clean off that patio. Then I used a quarter box to mark that me and Matt took a stroll through the park. We went to go do a proper walk, but Matt was really hungry and he complained the whole time, so we kind of just strolled instead. And then I used a sneaker from the kit to mark, nope, not from the kit, a sneaker from Honey Ink to mark that. Then we got Off the Block for takeout. Off the Block is like a really good meat place by us, but it's like a meat counter / deli, but high-end deli for meats. and at a restaurant. Am I okay? At a restaurant, but we got burgers, and they were actually really good. The bun makes the burger, I would say. I would say about 80% of the time the bun makes the burger, because if the bun is dry, it's no good. But this one was like buttery and soft, and it made the burger. It definitely made the burger. So I used a little grill from White Deer Stationery to mark that, and then I used a flag from the kit to mark that I was on the phone with my friend after I finished struggling with this placement. I don't know why towards the end I couldn't get the placement down. I think after all that, I end up whiting everything out and moving everything up anyway. Yep, here I am. I don't know what happened. I just like lost my groove towards the end of the plan with me. But anyway, here's the finished spread. I love how it turned out. It's so foily, and the rose gold foil is just creme de la creme with the kit. And there's the Viv Wiggle. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.